What's up everybody, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here, and in this video we're going to talk about if Velanna was worth it, and my thoughts on this character on whether or not she really needs the massive investment to function properly, or if you just need like 1 or 2 copies of her. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, you know the drill. Before we go ahead and get started on the topic of this video, which is, was Velanna worth it? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. That way you guys are not missing out on future uploads. Leave a like on this video, and for those of you that pulled for Velanna, let me know what you think of her so far, and for those of you that haven't pulled for her, let me know why you didn't pull for her. So you guys know that I went crazy on my stream in terms of resources that I did last night to pull for this character. The first time this character's design was revealed, I just fell in love with her. I mean, she gave me Soul Calibur vibes, she gave me Castlevania vibes, and then when her kit was revealed, the more so I was even impressed, because this character has really good AoE damage. She deals more damage to targets that are bleeding. She has, you know, built-in bleeding into her kit. She also lifesteals. She's able to make herself tankier with her sub skills. She also has stun if you continue to invest in her. So I overall personally was very, very impressed, and I took her all the way to Origin. But for this particular video, I'm going to be going over, was she really worth it? You guys know for me that she was worth it, but from like, you know, a free-to-play player standpoint, or like from a general consensus, is she really worth it? And I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible because she has become a favorite of mine. So one of the things about this character that stood out to me for a DPS unit is how well she survives. And this is all solely based around her sub-skill, which is Soaring Hatred. Not Soaring Hatred, actually. Her sub-skill, Swirling Frenzy, excuse me. Her second sub-skill. After you get that first upgrade, you get access to a 30% increase to physical resistance and magic resistance for 14 seconds. That's actually pretty impressive, and if you take a look at her stats in the actual archive, so we're going to go ahead and back out of here, right? You click this little button here, and it'll show you the stats for all of the characters if you happen to get them to Origin, right? And you go to Velanna. For a warrior class unit, she actually has a pretty hefty amount of defense. I mean, 25,000 is nothing to scoff at, and mine is nowhere near that right now, but that's pretty good. Like, I took a look at like another warrior. Like, for example, I took a look at Lindsay. She's a warrior as well. Hers wasn't nearly as high as that. And not only that, but Velanna also has a passive called Seeding Obsession, which has lifesteal built into her kit. And there were times where I was in a fight where the CP was a lot higher than mine, and I noticed that she at times was actually outliving my tank. So I was like, wow, this unit is impressive. Not only is she dishing out a really good amount of damage, but she's also able to self-sustain herself. So like whenever, like for example, a unit was like low at health, I had my Jiho as my healer. Jiho would focus on another unit because Velanna is able to actually take care of herself while she's able to just pretty much nuke enemies with the amount of damage that she's able to deal. And I was doing this without an Ingame, because you guys know I don't have Ingame. Ingame pairs well with her, but I was actually using Mephi and also Jacqueline with her. I could use Rebecca, but I really wanted to use Mephi because I did a lot of investing in Mephi as well. But so far, I personally think that she was worth it for me. I think that her kit is very good as far as like from a damage-wise perspective, because not only is she dealing damage, but she's also able to self-sustain herself. Now, one of the questions that I was getting asked, is this unit good at like 1 or 2 copies, or do you really have to go all out to make this unit, you know, as good as possible? Now, obviously, if you want the unit to be at their top peak best, you're gonna probably have to whale, and you're probably gonna have to get them all the way to Origin and things like that, which is what I did, but she's a favorite. But from like a free-to-play standpoint, or somebody that likes the character and wants to try her out, but you don't necessarily have the resources to do so, I did a little bit of conversations on my Discord, and I asked people, hey guys, how far did you go? Have you guys noticed anything about how she performs without several dupes? What do you guys think? And from the general consensus from the people that I've spoken to, they were able to get her through content at either Legendary or even just Legendary Plus. They didn't even take her to Eternal. One of my Discord members actually only has her at Epic Plus, and was able to get through stage 1240 with her perfectly fine. So it looks like investment-wise, you could probably get away with like Epic Plus, or if you want to go a little bit higher, Legendary and Legendary Plus to be safe. But one thing that you have to understand is that she is a DPS unit, and you guys know that I made a video about which roles you ideally should try to prioritize your investments in. And the fact that she is a DPS unit, you get more reward out of her if you are focusing on her as a priority first, because her role is to deal damage. And if your DPS units have more investment, the more chances you're going to have to be able to tackle some of the harder stages, because they not only, need to be able to deal a lot of damage, but at the same time, they need to be able to survive. And the higher their stats are, the higher probability they will have of surviving. And Velanna also has things built into her kit that allows her to survive even further. So all in all, I personally think she was worth it. People that I've talked to that have pulled for her are very, very happy with her. But let me know your guys' thoughts on this character, what you guys think of her so far. We're going to go ahead and go into some stages here, so that way we can kind of observe how well she does. One of the stages that I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the gate breakthrough. I purposely left these undead gates open, 54 and 55, because I just want to observe, just how well Velanna performs. I'm taking this lineup right now. I want to make sure that there's no assassins on this team, because generally I would never put Jacqueline in the back there, and it looks like we should be fine. I'm a little concerned about that Flynn and Vivian in the back, but we'll just have to see what happens. So let's go ahead and check out this fight here. There's a 20k point disparity, but I think we can make it. And I have Jacqueline's ult as the priority here. Normally I would have it as Prim, but let's just see what happens here. Right, I'm monitoring Jacqueline, excuse me, Velanna, because you can see, that lifesteal is kicking in. Like, she's hanging in there. Okay, so we just lost Rebecca. Bit of a bummer. Let's see if Jacqueline can push through. I think she can. Okay, so she just did her skill. Okay, we're gonna get the heal off from Prim. And here we go. I mean, I have nothing to say. And yes, I know I went into a crazy amount of investment in her, but I've never been more impressed so far, at least for playing this game for how long it's been already with a DPS unit. And I'm pretty sure later down the line, there's going to be another DPS unit that's going to like outshine Velanna. But for now, I'm just overall impressed with her. Let's go ahead and do another stage. We're going to do stage 55 because we do get that, what is it? The epic orbs as a reward. So here we go. And the keepsakes that I have on her right now are just epics or epic plus, because I don't have any legendaries available right now, and she's doing just fine. All right, I'm monitoring Velanna right now. So there's been Ingame, which could be a problem, but we got Jacqueline to handle that. She's getting stunned. Our Velanna is getting stunned by the Ira there, but that's fine. Okay, so the Catherine just put a shield. They also have a Clara, which boosts their defenses, but let's just see the amount of damage that we could wreak havoc on with Velanna here. There we go. Okay. I mean, there we go, guys. I'm thoroughly impressed. She's amazing. You don't need to necessarily get yours as much invested as mine, but I absolutely love her. Let's go ahead and do one more stage here and just kind of observe how she performs. We're going to go ahead and go into Gate Breakthrough, just the regular one, because I am running like a human undead hybrid team. So this is what I'm currently running right now. I'm running Claire, Velanna. I have Jihol as my healer. Let me make sure there's no assassins. Okay, there's no assassins on the opposing team. I'm also running Mephi, and I'm running Jacqueline. There's about a 26k disparity. So let's just see how well we do on this one. I was thinking about running like a fairy undead, but the thing is with fairies, I mean, I could probably run Prim, but I was like, oh, maybe I should run a fairy healer. But the only one I can think of is like Talia, and her heal is over time. It's not like instant. All right. Okay, we just lost our Jacqueline. That's okay. And they got a Prim too. So this one might be a problem. Let's see if she can pull through. Okay, that Tetra is almost down. Alright, Tetra's down. We still have our healer. Our Catherine, or our Claire, I mean, is doing her thing. Yeah, I think we got this. Even with that Prim's heal, I think we got this. Yep. it's over. Alright guys, well, there's a little bit of gameplay showcase on some stages with a little bit of a CP disparity. I love this character. I'm definitely going to try to put her through a lot of upcoming content that I even haven't tackled yet, and just to see how far I could push her, but I think she's a lot of fun. I personally am glad that I invested in her, but again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below, what you think about this character so far, what kind of team comp ideas that you have, things that you guys can think of to help improve her overall performance in combat and things like that. Alright guys, well thank you so much again for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next one, and stay blessed everybody.